Good morning, everybody, and thank you for coming to the Today's Restaurant News Networking Group, 9 o'clock on December 13th. My name's Howard Appel. I'm the founder and publisher of Today's Restaurant News, and we are a group of vendors who are here to help each other grow our businesses and restaurants who might have a question or a concern that they'd like to get answers on. If you'd like to reach us, give us a call at 561 620 8888 and go to our website at trnusa.com and check out our YouTube channel, which is Today's Restaurant. And you can access it through our website at trnusa.com. So good morning, everybody, officially. And we have some new faces here this morning. Welcome back, Haji. And I want to introduce first Myra. Good morning.
Good morning.
For the new folks who are here, I'm just going to introduce you, and you can tell us who you are, what you do, where you're located, and how we can reach you. And don't worry about writing down names and telephone numbers, etc. Because at the end of the meeting, I'll send everybody a spreadsheet with all the contact information of everybody that's here. So Myra and I have worked together for a couple of years, and I'll let her tell you what she does.
Hi. I am with company Leisure Time Unlimited. We started the Hotel Motel Restaurant Supply Show of the Southeast 49 years ago. And we are located in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. It's a drivable location from pretty much anywhere in the Southeast. You can drive from the furthest distance in 5 hours. If you fly anywhere, it's 5 hours. We're the seaside golf capital of the world. There are a lot of really neat things to do, a lot of shows and different things in the off season. The show is in January, and we have vendors that come from all over the world. We are boutique in size, so you don't kill your feet looking at stuff. But we also have a large array of different products, old and new, pretty much anything that you need to run a hospitality business, from people, architects to that can design them for you, realtors that can sell to you, equipment, food supplies, bedding, bed bug doctors, dogs, you name it, alcohol, anything really that you need to survive in the hospitality business, you can meet face to face on the show floor. And our business triangles, our business model is a triangle, and we're in business with our vendors and our attendees and the show itself. And then with the different associations that are involved, we actually have finally brought back the ACF Chefs Challenges. And we have some really interesting judges from all over the United States. If you go to HMRSSS.com and look at Chef's Challenges, you will see the quality of judges that we have coming. Alex Darvishi out of Texas is our head judge. And this will be our 17th, I think, annual. But during COVID, it was hard enough to go on. We just couldn't handle the challenges too. But the ACF, we really, 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 and I hope everybody else will need to get behind, because it's done so much for so many chefs. And I've seen over the years chefs come in and compete, and they're okay chefs, but when they start that competition, it's like a fire that lights a candle. They just get going, and then I know about 20, they're just over the top from their experiences in not just our competition, but other competitions. So, I mean, we're really excited because this is closer, closer, closer to norm. And when you hear one great big scream, that means we're back to norm.
And when is the show?
The show is January the 28th, 29th, and 30th at the Myrtle Beach Convention Center.
And is there a charge to get in?
No, there is not. We have never charged to get in the door. We had to be different when we started because we're not owned by an association. And to go with the business model that we have, we're in business with our vendor and our attendee. So we have no meetings. It's just a pure marketplace, and people can come in, look, see, find, learn, buy. They have access to pretty much anything in the industry. And like we may have a vendor that maybe in another national show may take 27 booths. They may take 2 or 3 with us. But our people, our attendees can make the same connections and do their business. And we get a lot of owners that don't have 2 or 3 days to walk a show. You can walk the show in a day easy and do your business in a day. And it's a really nice place. I'm a little prejudiced, but Myrtle Beach is the 3rd largest resort accommodation city in the nation, and we're growing, growing, growing.
It's beautiful. I loved it when we were there. Loved it.
Well, you have to come back.
I know. So it's just beautiful.
All right. Well, Myra, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having us. And
Introduce.
all of you are invited to come.
And how can we reach you, Myra? What's your phone number, dear?
843-448-9483.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll double back to you after we all do our intros, so that you can add anything or change anything.
Okay.
And I hope I'm going to pronounce this right. Joemy?
It's okay. It's Joemy. It's a little different.
All right. Welcome. And tell us what you do, where you are, how we can reach you.
Sure. Good morning. First of all, thanks for having me. I was very excited. I think I emailed Howard a few times to figure out how this community works. My name is Joemy, and I own a boutique studio firm. When we're located in Orlando, Florida. I've been myself in the industry for over 20 years on the hospitality industry, but I've been focusing on F&B, mainly restaurant design. And what's really cool about my studio is that we don't just do interiors. We actually create the entire ecosystem is what we're calling it, and what really helps what a brand needs to really thrive. So we create not just the interiors, we do the marketing, we do the website, we do the social media if a client needs it, but we create the uniforms, the environmental graphics, signage, music programs, even we go up to even scent programs, really like the entire cohesive brand. And again, we mainly focus in restaurants. And besides that, what we specialize in is franchising. So we either create a new brand or we elevate a new brand that's existing. And then we can get the brand ready for a franchise. So we create the franchise package, we create the entire brand style guides and the prototype. And basically like a whole package for our client to be like, here's franchisee, here's your package. So that's really kind of on a nutshell what really sets us apart from a typical design studio, that we're truly involved in creating a brand. And we work with either boutique firms that, boutique clients that they don't have all these departments that we bring in, or we work with bigger brands that they have all the in-house department for culinary, creative, architecture, operations. So either one, we do the same. And it's just very exciting to see how a brand can either revamp or be created from scratch.
And how can we reach you?
Well, we have social media, and I can give you my cell phone number, and I can. You mentioned you were gonna send out like our um a website. It's dv-studio.net, and my cell phone number it's 407-496-3288. If you Google us, it's DV Studio, and there's an office number and all the other numbers and social media there.
Okay. Well, welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Yes.
I have a question for you. You said you design uniforms. You just
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
because we have in the 11 o'clock group, we've got a company that actually produces uniforms.
Yes, we work with
They
the
will take your
company
design.
ourselves. But yes, it would be great to have more. We're not married to a source, right? We have a few sources that we our go-tos, and because we don't manufacture anything, obviously, we specify and we design and we recommend all the way up to that. We do procurement, but that's just a different. That's
Okay,
a different,
that'll be good.
completely
Okay,
different thing.
great.
But I would love to know if you have a uniform company. Absolutely, love to run some of our projects by you. That would be great.
So we've got. I'm sure that there will be several members who will be able to work with you what you do.
Yeah, great. I love to really. I mean, the more sources, the better. We have different projects, different clients, and different budgets. So,
Good.
and timelines, like everybody.
All right, great. Haji, welcome back.
Oh, is it my turn?
Oh yeah, hey, welcome
Oh,
back, and you might as well. I'll treat you as a new person.
Howard, I haven't been gone for that long. I missed the last meeting because I had a family
I've been trying to
situation.
reach you by email.
Huh? What was
I've been,
that?
I've been trying to reach you by
Oh,
email.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, it's interesting because I've been trying to reach you too,
Oh,
but
here we are.
I've been trying to reach you too. So something is amiss. We gotta figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
My name is
All right.
Haji.
Tell us who you are, what you do. Hold the-
You know what? Sometimes we just gotta just forget the email and pick up the phone. I think that's what I'm gonna do next,
Yeah.
especially with we getting in touch with each other. My name is Haji Bakari Sila. I'm the owner of Review Smart. Review Smart uses AI to to collect all your reviews, and that's very, very important for hospitality, especially the restaurant industry. It intentionally collects all your reviews and uses AI to respond to the reviews and protect your reputation because it asks people how was their experience with us today. If they have a thumbs up, it takes them to your Google page directly and leave a review. If they have a thumbs down, it takes them to an internal page and asks them what really happened and how we can fix it. So it gives you an opportunity to fix the problem before it goes public. And me being a restaurant owner, I know how important that is because oftentimes it's just miscommunication. But if you give people the ability to reach out to you internally, they can do it automatically. And Reviews might give you ability to actually manage that entire thing. Tap, how was the experience, good or bad, post, AI respond to the review, Google friendly review, AI post the review, all of our social media to amplify the good response. And as of maybe, I would say as of maybe a week ago, I also have a voice agent that in my restaurant, an AI voice agent that's literally taking the phone calls and getting data and sending people an online menu for them to order whenever there's a missed call. And the reason why that's really important is because 62% of inbound calls to businesses, especially restaurants, go unanswered. So now I have an AI agent called Amina that's in my business, and she's taking more data than any of my bartenders or cashiers have ever done before. She'll collect the name, email, phone number, and even the addresses of these customers. And the AI agent's actually doing that. And It scarily sounds very human. I'm actually working with it right now in my business. And yeah, if you need anything AI related to grow your business and still competitive, just talk to me.
And how do we reach you?
Oh, 404-998-4773. That's 404-998-4773. I'm here in Atlanta. I actually, like I said before, I own a restaurant as well. That's the best way to reach me. If I don't pick up, Nicole is gonna pick up, and that's my AI agent. And you would get collect all your information and send me an email after the conversation. It's amazing.
That's
Amazingly
Sounds
scary.
great.
that's scary. It really is.
Yeah, it is. It
It,
is. But it's happening though. It's
I
technology. Either you're gonna do it or your competitor is gonna do it and beat you to the punch.
I know you're absolutely right. I've encountered that many times lately. Wow.
But I forgot to mention, in our December issue, which is online now, we've got a full page of photographs that were taken at the Florida Restaurant Lodging Show. So if you want to see some of the smiling faces, check out that page in trnusa.com. All right, let's go to Ed. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's a little bit warmer than we are here in Jacksonville. It's cold. For me, it's cold. That's what I have for living in Florida too long.
It's down to
I know,
70,
Brian,
huh?
it's a lot colder here. Yeah, yeah, well, it was 38 here yesterday. It was 41 here this morning, so that's cold. Actually, had frost
That's cold.
everywhere. That's having left Buffalo, New York, 40 some odd years ago. I have no desire for cold weather anymore. So it's nice here, except for the cold days. Anyway, my name is Ed Gerton with Seacoast Sales in Orange Park, Florida, which is just outside of Jacksonville, or some people refer to it as South Georgia. We're a restaurant equipment supply company that specializes in frozen dessert equipment. So we have ice cream machines and batch freezers from Carpigiani, whipped cream machines from Carpigiani. We have vertical batch freezers from BGI Industries. We have display cases from ISA, IFI, and GTI Designs. We carry blast freezers, hardening cabinets, mixed treatment machines, slushy machines from V-Air. You can reach me at 904-334-4489. Thank you.
Thank you. Steve, good morning.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Steve Whitehill, and I own Anchor Business Brokers and sell all sorts of business, including restaurants. Just to get a handle on it, I've got 469 restaurants in Florida for sale. And they range from one that makes that you can buy for 48,000. It has sales in 24, and it can make 15,000 dollars buying that. And on the other side, I have a restaurant that is selling for 5,200,000, does 5,400,000, actually 5,500,000 in sales, and that has an earnings of 1,000,007, and essentially with the $520,000 in cash of your own, you can buy that with an SBA loan. So you'd be amazed what you can get and what you can buy. There are all sorts of restaurants all over the place. You can even buy restaurants that are closed, essentially, and just walk in it and make it your own. And they can be very cheap. There is a pizza shop available for 30,000 that is not operational anymore. So you can go in and do your own thing and just move on and do it quickly. So it's a good way to start up a business. My name is Steve Whitehill. I can be reached at 561-376-7500, and my email address is steve@anchorbb.com. Thank you.
Steve, do you see the number of restaurants for sale now increasing or decreasing or leveling off?
I don't monitor it on a daily basis, but I will tell you it's the single largest business, a number of businesses that I have for sale. It is about 20% of all the businesses for sale in the state of Florida, in round numbers.
Well, it's one of the biggest industries in Florida.
Well, I suspect that's true probably nationwide, but I really don't know. Everybody has to eat, no one wants to cook.
Ain't it the truth?
I'll drink to that.
I'll eat to that. What the heck?
All right, speaking about cooking, let's go to Chris.
Good morning, everybody. Chris Kaufman, Restaurant All-Stars. We provide restaurant talent, as in the name of chefs or restaurant managers or restaurant executives, on behalf of client companies who are looking to increase their human capital. Restaurant All-Stars recently nominated to be on the Mount Rushmore of America's best recruiters. And not here to brag, but I have some time. So we operate out of Vidalia, Georgia, otherwise known as the vacation spot for the stars. And it's where the pretty people play. And we right now are working on some projects in Long Island, New York, and Boston, Massachusetts, as well as in Atlanta and also up in Philadelphia. So our reach is primarily the east of the Mississippi River. I've spent the last 10 weeks in Atlanta, but I'm now back in God's country, otherwise known as Vidalia, Georgia. And in Atlanta, there's a lot more cars than I remember. And I was so tempted to do this, and I might do it sometime. Interstate 85 and Interstate 75 merge when they come down through Atlanta. What I'd like to do is go to one of those highfalutin restaurants where they've got the valet, and when the valet has no more room to park cars, they've got a sign that says lot full. And I'd like to go to Interstate 85 just north of Atlanta and put that on the southbound lane saying lot full. Go back. We're full. And if that could work, we would do it tomorrow. Anyway, we provide restaurant talent, chefs, restaurant managers, restaurant executives, and we've been doing that wonderful work since Monday, April the 6th, 1981. But who's counting? So, and our number for Restaurant All-Stars, very easy to remember, 404-255-7827. Now, a lot of people don't remember numbers that quick, but they can remember words. Restaurant All-Stars, ALLSTAR, 404-255-7827, 404 All-Star. And that's the way it is for today. Come back to see us.
Well, Chris, how's the beach up there today? It looks like it's nice in the background.
Yeah, it is really nice. Would you like a coconut? I get you a coconut right here. But yeah, well, since you came down from Buffalo, New York 40 years ago, and as cold as it is for you today in Jacksonville, I hope you kept your toboggan from Buffalo. Maybe put that to work. And if you know what a toboggan is, you really did live in Buffalo.
Yeah. Actually, we had saucers. When I was growing up, we had a hill across the street, and we used to go on pieces of sheet metal that we found and ride those down the hills with a rope on the front, pulling the front up.
The proper way.
Cut ourselves like that. That's right.
And then that's how the emergency room got full during the snowstorm in Buffalo, New York.
That's right. That's right.
So Ed, you didn't pull a Chevy Chase move, huh?
Oh, that was
We're going to give Charles the opportunity to follow Chris.
Perfect. Well, my name is Charles. Hey, I'm with On the Fly Food Safety. We teach the Serve Safe Manager course. We can also do the food handler for you if you need it. I'm based up in Jacksonville, enjoying the weather because this is the best weather and time of season for North Florida because it's just not hot and miserable. And anyways, I'm going to be down in Miami the 27th through the 1st. If you need a Serve Safe Manager certification, we'll get you done in 4 hours. You can reach me at 904-923-2577. or you can email me at info@ontheflyfoodsafety.com. We also have a cool resources section. We partnered with ThermoWorks, and they're currently having a lot of year-end sales. So if you click through our website, I got all the good ones selected on there for temperature monitoring, and even your high temp dishwasher. You can keep logs of it online, so you don't have to worry about a pesky sheet. You just got to make sure that they actually use it.
Thank you. How do we reach you?
I think I already said that, but yeah, you can reach me at 904-923-2577.
And just I'm going to tout your horn a little bit. Charles is a chef, a trained chef. So anybody out there's got some questions, Charles is a good resource. Let's go.
Very practical solutions.
Let's go to who do we miss? Brian.
Hey, good morning, everybody. I'm Brian with a company called Rogue Financial Group. We've been around for a while. I primarily focus on the hospitality side, which is restaurants, bars, breweries. I do dabble in the convenience store side. And what I do is I help vendors and I help clients that are maybe going to a vendor or just a client that's looking to either open a restaurant or have an existing restaurant, and they're looking to purchase equipment. And what I do for them is I help them finance it. So I do commercial financing for equipment. Could be a startup. It could be an existing business. Again, franchises, people that have multiple locations, could be from a small to large project. And again, I'm Brian with a Rogue Financial Group. I can be reached at 404-723-7222. But I also wanted to bring up one other thing, which is for Terry, which I guess this is the time of year that restaurants have casualties, or it's not really a restaurant, but this was actually in Alpharetta, and they did a huge build out. I don't know if you heard about it. It's called Unleash. And what it was a restaurant with a combination where you bring your dog.
Yes.
And you could have lunch or dinner with your dog and then let the dog walk. But it was like a membership thing.
Yeah.
But I guess about 2 weeks ago, it closed up. Very nice build out. They must have spent, they took the size of a old CVS and
Wow.
And it's right there in the downtown Alpharetta area, so it's a vacant area, and yeah, it's gone. So
that was in my report. I had just finished that like a couple of months ago.
Yep, they didn't make it.
2 months.
Yeah, didn't make it.
The guy showed up to have dinner there last night and realized that this place was gone. He goes, "Doggone it!"
Hey, but Chris, I got one for you. I'll call you later. But there's a lady that opening up. She's did this huge build out in Chamblee. The property belonged to her dad. It used to be called the City Bistro. She took and built this thing out. It's huge. And I was talking to her, what was it? What day was it? Tuesday. She just built this restaurant, has no clue about running a restaurant. But you know who she's using as management? Mike down there from South Bend. You know what I'm talking about, South Bend in Chamblee. Remember Dennis? Do you remember him? Dennis is gone. But she might need some help with maybe, a chef. So I'll get you her contact for you.
Thank you. And I owe Brian a lunch because Brian did a really cool thing for me, guys. I sent an email that I thought I was sending to a client company of mine whose name is Brian. And it said enclosed are the resumes of the chefs, and here are the backgrounds, and here's the dollar sign, and here's when they're available to interview, et cetera, et cetera. And then our Brian calls me and says, I'm not going to look at to hire a chef. I said, well, what do you mean? And he got the email that it was supposed to go to the client company, because when you type an email address, if you've written to somebody before, it pops up. And rather than see Brian Josselson, which I should have caught, it had. And so anyway, Brian Josselson prevented a midair collision. And so next time in Atlanta,
all right.
lunch is on me.
It's all right.
Yeah, that was great.
All right.
All right. Thank you. Let's go to a returning insurance maven to finish the 2024 wars. Well, good morning, Rick.
Good morning. It's good to be back after I think 7.5, almost 8 week hiatus. This has been one of the busiest seasons for me, obviously with all of the new regulations when it came to Medicare. So anybody in this room, I want to thank you very much for your patience, and new clients that have been sent to us through individuals in this room. I want to thank you very, very much. We are now at the end of the year where everybody calls you the day after you apply for your new insurance. Where's my card? Why haven't I got my card yet? Where's my food card? What's this? What's that? I don't want this. I don't want that. It's too late. Okay. It's too late. We need a break, but we start all over again January 1st. Obviously, individuals move, they change locations, which gives them an opportunity for a special enrollment period. And we also pivot into group benefits. But if you will allow me to speak real quick, I'm an independent agent. I'm a broker. I'm not captured by any one carrier. And our industry as independent brokers is under attack by the federal government.
No.
They want to they're giving more kudos to the call centers that call you 10 times a day, whether you're on Medicare or not. And they're trying to push the independent agents out. So for the individuals that are our clients, I will be sending you an email later today. That is a quick 5-question survey. And that survey is your feedback on our services, because we are going to collect these and we're going to present them to the Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services of how important an independent broker is. If some individuals in this room's family members did not have me as their independent broker, they would not have known what to do this year because there was such a shakeup. I'm sorry?
Amen. You take absolutely.
And in all honesty, as an agency, I don't get paid. My agency pays me. And if my agency doesn't make money, I don't make money. And so that's why it's important for independent agents to be there for you all to make sure that you are guided correctly. And your voice will be heard. And so please be looking for that email from us. We are located in Huntsville, Alabama. And guess what? I got you all beat. It's 31 degrees here. So I had frost on the windows this morning. So all you guys in Florida with a 50-degree temperature, get over it.
We're glad you won.
What's that?
We're glad you won.
Yeah, I won. So, but I have a great partner, Randy Bennett, his wife Michelle. They are kind of in the background. I do most of the getting out there type work. I'm the face. But we work very, very hard for you. We represent you, the individual. We do not represent the insurance company. And no, United Healthcare is not going bankrupt. So there's a lot of rumors going on around what's going to happen to United Healthcare. United Healthcare is doing absolutely fine. So just wanted to get that out there. But I can be reached at 746-9581. Email is rick@life-lineinsurance.com.
Okay, thank you. Welcome back. Jeremy, are you with us? Jeremy is a restaurateur up in New York.
He might know.
I'm with you. Go ahead. If somebody wants to go ahead, help yourself.
All right, just say hello, tell us who you are. And
My name is Jeremy. I own a group of restaurants in New York City where I'm outside running as we speak, and it's 27 degrees here, so I got you all.
Yeah, he's got
when there is.
And I'm running with shorts on and all the above. I can go through a million things of different. Long story, but I'm ripping off a poster off of one of the poles in the city on the Upper West Side. Long story, but someday I'll tell you guys a crazy story of one of the crazy employees who filed a lawsuit against our group, which is like the most pathetic thing. He punched a person at a holiday party, not even one of our employees, but somebody who was just a guest of the party. And he urinated on the guy and sued us. And I mean, it's much deeper than that. Been thrown out of court and everything else. He is part of this crazy leftist nut job group. And don't get me wrong, I'm center. I'm not right or left. So, but regardless, there's a lot of crazy stories I have. I own a bunch of restaurants. I've been doing it for many, many years. And
He's going to be introduced.
so I heard a couple of things I thought were interesting already this morning, but I mute myself while I run. So that's why it takes me a while to get back to you. And I have my gloves on because it's cold.
We enjoy having you join us every once in a while.
Hey, Jeremy, isn't it normal for New York City for everybody to sue each other?
Similar to everywhere else in the world these days.
Jeremy, I'll tell you, I don't know if I told you guys this story once, but many years ago, I was a restaurant equipment distributor in New York, and I had a client on the Upper West Side on Columbus Avenue. And
Who was the client?
I'm not saying. And
I'm sure I know him.
He wanted to redesign the front of his storefront. And he was having difficulties getting permits, et cetera, et cetera. Like New York, they could postpone everything. And he had to do it. So at 2 o'clock in the morning, he drove his pickup truck through the front of the store and took off. So
yeah,
he had to change the storefront the next day. That's New York for you, folks.
Yes, New York is a little crazy.
Hey, Howard, can I take one more minute? If anybody has ever gotten a card from our agency, a birthday card, a greeting card, I want to introduce the one who does it. Come here. This is April. So she's the one that takes care of all the cards and the thank you cards and the greeting cards and birthday cards. So I wanted to at least put a face by a name because
Hi, April.
How are you? I think only 2 people in this room have met her. So this is everybody.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Nice
to meet y'all.
Can she fix a traffic ticket from the Alabama State Patrol?
Fix a ticket? For a price, sure. It'll cost you that. Only if I'm going through Vidalia, Georgia, will you help me out?
Most people don't go through Vidalia. They stop and never get out.
That's because Barney Fife puts him in jail.
So is that what happened to you, Chris?
I'd rather not talk about it.
Remember, this is being recorded.
I know.
I don't think
TRN Terry, good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Holy cow, how do I follow up with all of this? First of all, thank you all for being here. We still have some people that aren't here, but we do have our good and standing members, which we truly, truly appreciate. Jeremy, at some point, I want you to sit on a park bench and we want to see a face to a name, and we want to hear some of your stories, as only a restaurateur with several restaurants would be able to tell. Charles, I love your Christmas tree.
Thank you.
See you back. Myra, warm welcome. So nice to finally meet Howard's other hats there. I love it. So funny. Anyways, what I do, that's right, this is being recorded. Okay, so what I do is I handle the monthly lead reports with the team, and I will, anybody that wants a sample, you can email me, terri@trnusa.com, and I will send you a sample. What these reports are in the United States, second to none. We provide a minimum of 50 brand new leads every month in Florida. Every month. I will guarantee it, or it's free. The team works really hard to put everything together. You get on a Excel spreadsheet. You get the owner's names, phone numbers, email addresses, name of the establishment, and a whole bunch of little column with additional info. Is it a 2 or 3 story? Does it have several bars, outdoor dining? Unfortunately, that off leash was a big deal, and I am sorry to see that they have already closed up. But the same goes true with many restaurants. We do have auctioneers and people that do email blasts with us every single week. Every single time they have an auction, every single time, something comes up, Howard will put out that email blast for them, that we have almost 500,000 readers. So it's certainly worth it, and they get a lot of business out of it. A lot of people don't really realize that, collecting data for 29 years really puts us at the top of the game when it comes to knowing what's out there and knowing what's going on. Brian can almost mention any place in Georgia that's incoming, and I can give him the owner's name like right off the bat, and I already know about it. I know what city they're in. That's in Georgia. That is a separate report. That is not a 50 a month guarantee. That is smaller. But this group gets an unbelievable price on that for a year. If you're interested, let me know. A lot of people already get it. The second group, I think pretty much everyone does. Anyways, have a wonderful holiday. And Howard will be on the call next week, but I will not. I will be in California with my family. He will be there too, but he won't. He will still be doing his thing because that's who he is. He works 12 hours a day. Anyways.
Which reminds me, next week, the meeting will be held at 11 a.m. East Coast time. Like Terry said, we'll be in California, so that'll be 8 o'clock my time, and I'm not getting up at 5 o'clock to run the meeting.
Expect people in California to get up at 5 o'clock to attend your meetings. I see how that works.
Who said anything about being fair?
Right.
I want to go back to Myra. That's just seeing what we do. You want to add anything or change anything, or just
well, thank you so much for having me on, and I have enjoyed meeting every one of you. we're in the hospitality industry, and buddy, all of you are great examples of the hospitality industry. I just want to invite everybody, if you've got some time, take a little vacation, come to Myrtle Beach, January 28th, 29th, and 30th at the convention center. And we've got all sorts of people that come through the door that are looking for stuff, people that have been in business forever and they need new stuff. People have been putting off forever. And a lot of people from the people we're talking to that are coming because they want to get ahead of the proposed tariffs. And they've put off and put off and put off. Finally, the ice on the COVID pond is almost totally gone. And hopefully we will be getting back to normal. But from the restaurateurs or the hoteliers or the campgrounds or the many different people that come, there is something, pretty much anything they're looking for, there is a connection to an answer or product that's there. And you guys might do very well. If y'all were vendors, you can give me a call if you're interested.
I was just thinking of something. Maybe we could, what day of the week is your show?
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Oh, so I missed you by a day. I thought maybe on a Friday we'd do a live call from the show.
Well, if you decide you'd like to, you can. But I'll send everybody some information on the show in case they might want to be a vendor.
Okay.
But it's a show that we're in business with the vendor and with the industry. And that's why we're doing the ACF challenges again, because from the restaurant side of the house, it just elevates the chefs. It gives them something exciting to do, to compete with themselves, basically, in many ways. But it's the January 28th, 29th, and 30th in Myrtle Beach at the Convention Center. And you can even get a nice hotel from $55 up to $120. So there's no reason for you not to take, and it's a really good reason to take off and come. And if you play golf, we got tons of golf courses. And I can't promise that we're going to have 80-degree weather, but I can promise you'll have a good time and find what you're looking for.
Dear, when I talk to you on the phone, my Southern tones come back into my voice because my daughter and her her husband and children all live in Nashville. So we're up there all the time. So as you can hear, every time I talk to you, and she's like, she's not from, the South, but I'll tell you what, you wouldn't know it when I was talking to you, right?
Right.
Like, doesn't think I'm doing that on purpose. I'm not. It just comes back because they're so, countrified. It's great.
Well, my people have been here for like 7 generations. So yes, I am Southern.
Oh, you're very lucky. Let me tell you, you're blessed because the Southern way of life is my dream for sure.
Well, and that's funny because the Northern way of life was my dream.
Really? I'll trade. Well,
I grew up in the sticks, honey. There's a big difference between the sticks and Myrtle Beach was tiny. At that time, as the good old boys would say, the business was from June to August, and after Labor Day, they could shoot a shotgun down Ocean Boulevard and not hit a thing.
Really?
That's true. It just died. Everything closed.
Wow.
So it's certainly changed. And one of the reasons it's changed is because we have lots of Yankees moving down. I love them.
You can keep them.
Terry,
Mary,
goodbye, Terry.
You can keep them.
I want to double back to Joemy.
We want them to come down and come to the show. They're welcome to come. And as long as they're in the hospitality industry, we don't care where they come from.
That's right.
So see all y'all there.
That's right. We're going to try.
Good.
So, Emmy, is that how you pronounce it?
Joemy.
I'll get it.
That's okay. No, it's Joemy. Thanks for having me. Great great meeting all of you. It's refreshing to see new faces and great community. So I'm glad. Thanks for having me today, and now sign up to be part of it. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And and if anybody, again, we do everything from interiors, so any renovation, or if anybody needs just even like a furniture package or a new lighting package or just a new refresh in any part of a restaurant, or we do restaurants, where you also do hotels and entertainment. So
Do you guys concentrate on just one place, or you do the entire United States?
no, we do the United States. Actually, now that Joemy, right, he's in New York, we actually did half of the stadium for F&B for the Yankees. And we've been working with brands like Hard Rock and Marriott, F&B, at Wyndham, Ruth Chris. So we do big brands, and then, like I said, we do boutique brands as well.
Wow. That's impressive.
Yeah,
Thank you.
but so that means that you guys are present in all 50 states, right?
We don't have a person in all 50 states, but the job itself, it requires a few times to be one-on-one, and then after that we travel. So I mean, I've been doing work out of the country. I used to run half the states, Western Europe, South America, and Central America for 7 years, so I understand working remotely a lot. So even though we're there, I mean, there's so many key points through the process to be there.
Well, like I said before, we've got members of both groups that I'm sure you'll find interesting and helpful.
Yes, absolutely. I had a good laugh this morning. Thank you.
I just want to again remind everybody that next week's meeting is 11 o'clock. It's going to be a combined meeting of the 9 o'clock and the 11 o'clock group. So the meeting next week is at 11 o'clock. By a show of hands, how many people are not going to be able to make it next week? Okay, good. We got it on tape, so I expect to see you all there.
If I can add something. The phone call I took was a confirmation from a client of mine that he wanted to put in an offer, which I submitted while we were on the air, for a pizza restaurant in Broward County. And that restaurant he's buying for his offer is 150,000. We'll see if it goes. So there are all sorts of businesses, and he is a restaurateur, and he owns in Delray a very well-known luncheon and dinner place. Well, it does breakfast too, I guess. So we sell all sorts of businesses at all price ranges, and people take and turn around and do great things with them.
Okay.
Great.
Well,
Haji, I want to just say something real quick. How he has an AI assistant answer his phone. Looks like he's frozen, but a lot of phone calls that are going out now for Medicare recipients are all AI generated. Every single one of them. It's how they are eliminating the individual. So when you are enrolling, you are probably talking to somebody who is AI, not a live human being. So just be very, very careful.
yeah. Well, we've come to the end of the hour, folks. And again, thank you all for coming. I'll send you the spreadsheet later this afternoon. And have a great weekend. And let the sauce be with you.